taxiway closures. Advise you have Victor. Concord information.
All right, let me listen to the weather.
0 Zulu, wind 0205. Visibility 10, ceiling 9,000 overcast. Temperature 262.18. Altimeter 29902.
29902.
5G nodes in effect for Concord. Taxiway Alpha between Alpha 8 and Golf closed. Taxiway Foxtrot closed. No pattern work during taxiway closures. Advise you have Victor. Concord information, Victor 1550.
So Victor is the weather. Basically every hour they go Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, whatever. So they, we're at Victor. I don't really have this programmed for anything. So we'll just put it on map. So when we're on the ground, I use the pedals. The pedals steer the front wheel and the rudder in the back. But you'll see how these are moving even though I'm not touching them? That's like I was talking about. They're sort of interconnected in a way that they help each other.
It get pretty hot.
Oh yes, this time of year it's miserable. So I'm actually kind of glad today it was cloudy this morning.
Is that from like the heat of the...
I mean, it's just the sun.
Okay, yeah.
It's just summer. Try to pull that as close to your mouth as you can get it.
Like there?
Yep, I mean almost cram it in your mouth and then it'll sort of spring out, but there's Brian's plane, Kirk. Yep.
How short of a runway do you need to take off?
About the most I would probably do is about 2,500 feet to 3,000 feet. There he's waving at us.
How big is like a commercial airliner?
So this one is 7,000 feet. Charlotte, Douglas, did you fly into Charlotte yesterday? Or, yeah, a few days ago? It's about 11,000 feet.
Okay.
I think the longest ones are maybe 14,000. Well, other than like these, like where the space shuttle used to land.
Yeah, is that for like cargo planes and stuff?
Right. Well, our military, just big bombers, or where they do test flights and stuff. This is pretty big. This is a pretty big airport runway.
For the size of plane that's here?
Yeah, we do get Allegiant commercial jets that come in here from Florida. All right, so one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to test the control surfaces. So this is just to make sure, like, there's nothing,
Charlie Golf, that is affirmative, runway
in the
2,
way.
clear
So, like, and that's also to make sure, like, you don't have a backpack in your lap. And I go to try to land, and you know, your backpack gets hung up. So, and then we do a run up on the ground just to test all the engine parameters.
Watch that gauge right there.
So the RPM goes to 1900. I look at my gauges, make sure everything's green where it's supposed to be.
Yep.
This is basically a governor for the RPM, so I make sure it works. That's sort of like changing gears in a car.
Okay.
And then airplanes have 2 sets of spark plugs. So I'm going to test each one individually and make sure it'll drop a little, but it shouldn't drop a lot. So we test one, and it goes back up. And then I test the other one. That way if you have a failure, you've got a backup.
Yep.
And almost everything on airplanes has a backup. So, you know. And then I test the idle to make sure it won't shut off. Because you don't want the engine shut off when you're landing.
King Air 26 Charlie Golf, you can turn left at Echo and then taxi to ramp Alpha 6.
All right, a couple things I skipped earlier. I need to go back and make sure the flaps are up. May actually look at my checklist instead of just making it up as I go. Weight balance, aero, brakes, briefing, fuel selector, autopilot. We might want that. Anybody remember what the weather was?
I think it's supposed to get clear by 6 o'clock.
No. The official weather.
Concord. Taxiway Alpha between Alpha 8 and Golf closed.
Was it
Taxiway
Victor?
Foxtrot closed.
Yeah,
No pattern work during taxiway closures. Advise you have Victor.
Victor. Pay attention, Kurt. Victor. Yeah, I'll turn that on in a minute. Remind me before we take off. Brakes, flight controls, fuel pump lock, fuel selector. We're on the correct tank. Yep, all right, we're good. So we want to get on ground control, make sure. I have a horrible memory with 121.85. We're on 121.85, COM 2. Our main radio is on tower, which will switch to COM 1 once we get down to the end of the runway.
So, calling inbound, again.
So I'm going to give him a call once he finishes talking to whoever he's talking to.
Jet at 148, runway 2, clear to land.
Concord ground, Bonanza 8539 Mike is at the runway area with Victor, departing to the northwest, radio taxi VFR.
Bonanza 8539 Mike, Concord ground, taxi to runway 2 via Alpha 4 and Alpha.
Runway 2, Alpha 4 and Alpha 3 on Mike. All right, so he just cleared us to taxi to runway 2, which is down here.
Perfect.
Let's see if this one's going to cooperate. Yeah, this one's on internal battery, so that's a little simpler, but the GoPros work really well on external power, and they'll run forever. It's just sometimes getting them started is a pain.
Those like the Hero, what are they on now, like 8 or?
They're up to like 11, but mine are 8s.
Oh, okay.
I'm really happy with them, and they're cheap. Or they're, you know, cheapish. So that's locked. Kirk, you good back there?
Yep.
There's a plane landing, so I don't know if we'll get out before him or after, but
Yeah, I heard that.
he's not far away. Oh, actually, he's coming from the other direction. Well, one's coming from the other direction.
We got one or two.
I only see one.
I only heard of one when he was talking.
He's over there somewhere. Anyway, let me see if I can get this window closed. I changed out this window, and this one doesn't fit quite right. But it's got this cool little vent.
Yep.
That I didn't have before. I wanted to test it.
Oh, good.
Not sure it's certified, but I'm going to try it. So it's going to get hot until we get moving, but we'll be moving pretty fast before you know it.
How quick do we get going?
About 180 miles an hour. Concord Tower, 39 Mike's holding short 2, ready for departure.
Bonanza 8539 Mike, Concord Tower, runway 2, clear for takeoff. Left turn to the northwest is approved. Remain clear, Charlotte's Bravo.
Clear for takeoff, runway 2, left turn to northwest, approved. Stay clear of the Bravo, 39 Mike. All right, so the engine's full, Rich.
Okay, I picked him up. He's at 3 o'clock.
Okay. Well, we're clear, so hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, so if you look right up here, Cash, this is my airspeed. So see how there's no numbers? There's nothing there. There, 20. So that means I say airspeed alive.
Concord Tower, Cap 3216 is...
Maintain center line on the runway, go full power. My gauges are all green.
Yep.
I'm using right rudder to keep the airplane
Yeah, flight 3216, report over to Charlotte Motor Speedway.
55, 60, 70 knots, and we're in the air.
Perfect.
Nice. There's Brian.
Is he in his plane yet? Oh yeah, he's taxiing down. So a little bit of air coming in.
Would you ever be able to land at Charlotte?
Say that again?
Would you ever be able to land at Charlotte?
You could, but it would be so complicated that it's really not worth it.
Okay.
Unless you really had a reason to go down there.
Like
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe you would do it just for an experience of flying into, but like I've flown into Greensboro and other big but not that big airports, but flying, like you can fly in there, but it's just not really worth it. All right, so we're going to turn out to the northwest.
Is that a wind tunnel facility down on the right?
It's wind shear, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, Cash?
Yeah, this
Good.
is awesome.
Yeah, if you're uncomfortable with anything, just say the word and we'll turn back.
This is awesome.
That was my headset making all that noise. We'd get a little bit of air from up here, maybe.
Yeah, that vent's nice. Oh, what is that lake there?
That's called the Cottle Creek Reservoir. A friend of your granddad. Not right on the lake, but near the lake.
Are you allowed to like boat, fish on
No,
it?
not that one. That one's protected for water, drinking water. But the one, we're going to fly a big lake over here
Okay.
that you can fly, you can recreationally fish and boat.
Is that a power plant up there?
I'm not sure if that is or not.
Yeah,
With the smoke,
yeah.
yes. I think it is a power plant.
Okay.
There's actually a power plant on both ends of the lake.
Okay.
Cutlass 5. Runway 2 via Alpha 4 and Alpha.
They use like nuclear power?
I don't think it's nuclear.
Okay.
Tower Moody.
Are there any like nuclear power plants in North Carolina?
Bound with Victor.
I don't know.
Okay.
And Mooney 445 Whiskey Tango, enter the right downwind for runway 2 and report midfield. Right downwind.
All right, so I'm going to turn off. We'll level off here. Pull the power back.
You just kind of glide a little bit or no?
Say that again?
You just like glide?
No, but it's sort of like being on cruise control on the interstate. Just enough power to go. You know, right now we're going about 150 miles an hour.
Okay.
A little air. I mean, that's better than we had before. Nice. So, Kirk, where's the wedding?
It's at 5 o'clock today. At
Where?
Asheville.
Where?
Asheville, south of Asheville.
So they're up in the mountains.
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember. So,
David, do you know Elliot? Know my dad?
I don't know.
Oh.
A couple other friends of ours. See that tall radio tower right over there?
Uh-huh.
A couple other friends of ours live near there.
Okay.
Jason lives near there, Kirk, and then Kevin's also nearby.
Yep.
How high up are we right now?
Right now we are about 2,000 feet off the ground, so about half a mile.
Okay.
So Kirk, those buildings that are like 1 o'clock, that's Lowe's where Kevin works.
Oh, okay.
Have we flown over those before?
Yeah. You talking about Lowe's headquarters?
The headquarters, yeah. So that's Main Mooresville's a little bit north of that. This is Davidson and Cornelius right under us. So,
What is this?
what's that? The lake?
Yeah.
It's
What
called Lake Norman.
Lake Norman?
Where all the big money's at.
Yeah.
Yep. I should have brought property there a long time ago, but too late now.
Yep.
I forgot to pull the RPM down. Oh, I saw that. Doesn't matter, it's just we're flying around in first gear. Yeah, that's Lowe's headquarters, and this is Interstate 77 underneath us.
No, 77 is the one that goes like north and south through.
Yep, goes from Florida, or not from Florida, goes from, I guess, Alabama to all the way up to like West Virginia and Ohio.
Boy, this never gets old. I love it. They're still building.
Oh yeah.
You guys have the like infrastructure to support all the construction?
Hey, it's just everything's booming right now.
Do you think there's enough infrastructure to support it though?
Some areas do more than others. We have sewer issues where I live. There's water, but there's no sewer, so you have to get a special to do any building. So, pulling on your microphone, adjust it a little bit. So if you look, I don't see any airplanes. If you look right down here, there's a small runway. You see that runway? It's running this way,
yeah,
right? That's Lake Norman Air Park. It's basically a private airstrip.
How long is that runway?
Um,
Like 2,000 feet?
Oh, how do you make the picture bigger? 3,100 feet.
Okay.
So it's about half the length of the one we took off on.
Okay. So you could land on that one?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've never been to that one, but well, absolutely could. I don't see any traffic down there, but I don't want to get too close just in case.
I'm looking on the right side.
My traffic's working. I'm seeing planes. I'm just not seeing planes near us. So, like this is at an airport way up there, and there's a plane.
Where are we on this?
We're here at where the airplane is.
Okay, okay.
You can see the lake right off our left. So. We're getting ready to turn and go kind of down the middle of the lake.
A lot of boats in the water.
I would hope so. Beautiful day.
Well, there's the airport right there,
Yep.
isn't it?
That is it, Lake Norman Air Park. Well, we're high enough here that any planes landing would be under us, so sometimes it's counterintuitive as a student, but flying right over an airport is one of the safest places to be because they can't go straight up. I'll show you this. So these are the ailerons we looked at on the wings.
Yep.
But so if I let go of that and I use the rudder,
Okay.
feel that?
Yep.
That's the wing in the back of the plane. And so generally, you use them together.
Okay.
Like you use the rudder and the ailerons to keep the plane, like I said, coordinated.
Yep.
But sometimes you'll use the rudder, like if you're landing and there's a crosswind, I like to use the rudder to sort of turn the plane into the wind and use the ailerons to keep the wings level.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to do different stuff. So as you learn, you sort of use them more and more.
Yep.
Actually, I'll go ahead and turn and get... I still don't see any traffic. Kind of surprised. But now if you look, I can't really see this, but this is the turn coordinator.
Okay.
So you see this little ball at the bottom?
Yep.
It's basically a level. Have you ever used a level?
Yeah.
Basically, so when I use the rudder,
Yep.
see how that ball moves? So basically, when you're turning, that tells you if you're coordinated or not.
Okay.
So that's, now on my display, see this arrow, this triangle?
Yep.
Under the triangle, there's a white line. That white line is the same thing as the ball that you have.
Okay.
So I can use that to keep the plane coordinated.
Perfect.
And as you get experience, you kind of do that automatically.
Yep. How long have you been flying for?
About 7 or 8 years now. Like, it's rare that I actually look at those instruments.
Really?
Because it's kind of automatic.
How much would one of these houses be?
I'm sorry?
How much would one of these houses be on the lake?
Oh, these are probably $2 million houses, probably at least.
Okay.
$1.5 million, $2 million would be on the low end.
Wow.
I know there's some a lot more than that, but... So, Cash, the wings on an airplane generate lift.
Yep.
So the lift on the plane right now is up. So gravity's pulling us down, the wings are lifting us up.
Yep.
So when you're in a turn, which way are the wings lifting the plane? So when I do this, the lift is now this way,
Yeah.
but
Well-
gravity's still that way.
Well, wouldn't this one do wings ever create like not lift, but like it like pulls you down?
Only if you're upside down.
Okay.
but that's the thing. So if you're in a really steep turn, the wings are lifting you that way, gravity's pulling you that way. So what do you think the plane's going to do?
Let's go down.
It's going to go down.
Okay.
Because you don't have lift lifting you up. So one of the things when you learn to train is, so this is a 30-degree turn.
Yep.
A 30-degree turn is pretty easy. You have to pull back a little bit, but this is a 45-degree turn.
Okay.
In a 45-degree turn, the plane wants to fall.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of thing you practice, and you practice, and you practice
Yep.
going out and doing those turns, because you don't want to get in a situation where you're turning and you don't realize you're falling into the corner.
Yep.
Like if you leaned your bicycle too far,
Yeah.
you're going to fall over.
Yep. If you don't have enough speed to...
Right.
Because your high wing is picking you up and the low wing is bringing you down.
But just in general, if you're in a steep enough turn, neither wing's lifting you up.
Yep.
The wings are pulling you that way. So
Okay.
you gotta...
How many G-forces, like, do you have in, like, a 45?
Yeah, this plane is limited to just a couple Gs.
Okay.
But, you know, when you're in a coordinated turn, though, you're not pulling any Gs. It's all balanced,
Okay.
you know. But, like, if we lift up, we'll get a little bit of a G and then a little negative G. But these planes are not designed to do high G maneuvers.
Okay.
So that's about, you know, honestly, that's about all you're going to feel in a little plane like this.
Okay.
Boy, they got these houses crammed in here, don't they?
Yeah, so this area is called Burkdale Village. That's where Morris used to live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, now he's down south, but yeah, he didn't live right in the shopping area, but he lived in the neighborhood right over there. So we'll circle around a couple more times before we head back towards Concord.
So was he on the lake or just near the lake?
Yeah, no, he's on the lake,
Oh, was he?
but he's near you. He's really close to you now, apparently.
Oh, yeah, he's 8 miles away from me.
Oh, I thought it was closer than that. Maybe not on the road, but
Yeah,
as the crow flies.
right.
And, on, like, a big commercial airliner, how many Gs can those planes handle?
Say that a little louder, I'm sorry.
Like the commercial airlines,
Yeah.
how many G-forces do they handle?
You know, I don't know. That's not something I've ever trained
Okay.
to do, so...
Because, like, I don't know, I was flying back from Canada, and we, like, just dropped out of the sky,
Sure,
and, like,
yeah.
everyone was, like, basically floating.
Yep. Probably wind shear, turbulence.
Yep. No, it was turbulence, but is that the same thing as, like, a G, or no?
Yeah, so it happens. The plane is designed to take it, but this plane is not certified for aerobatics. So I can't just go out and just do loops and rolls and stuff.
Okay.
See how far it is to Concord. Here's the airport. Concord. 12 miles.
At 12 nautical miles?
Yep, 12 nautical miles, which is about, you know, it's 15% for a mile.
Okay.
So it's about 14. Yeah, so for commercial maneuvers, you do 60-degree turns.
Okay.
So this is a 60-degree turn. And I don't really like that very much. I don't know how you guys feel, but
It was a little awkward.
I don't really like it at all.
If you do anything more than a 60-degree turn, will you stall out the plane?
I mean, again, it's like you said, it depends on your airspeed.
Yep.
So it's not really designed to do that all the time, but, you know, you can.
Okay. What's the fastest this plane can get up to?
Well, the fastest it will go sort of on its own power is about like 175 miles an hour.
Okay.
But when you're going into land, descending, you might get up close. I've been over 200 miles an hour, but that's sort of like going downhill.
Yeah.
So, but that's about the limit. And if you look at the speeds here, see this green?
Yep.
As we go faster, we get close to the yellow, and as we get slower, it gets white.
Okay.
So that's sort of a warning that, hey, you're reaching the airframe's limits.
Okay.
But again, unless you just dive bombed an airport at full power, you wouldn't get that fast in this airplane.
Okay.
So. All right, Kirk, any requests? We got a golf course underneath us.
Saw that.
I don't know if that's the Trump golf course or if that's the other. I don't know my golf courses, but I think there is a Trump National Golf Course on Lake Norman.
I don't see anybody out there. It's probably too hot to be out there. They went out this morning.
Yeah, it could be.
They went.
I mean, I don't
What's the
blame them.
air temperature right now here?
The air temperature?
Yeah.
It's 25 outside, which is 45, 70, like high 70s.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to do it in my head. My kids are at music down here under us somewhere.
About 600,000 homes around Lake Norman now.
I have no idea. I really don't know.
Or everywhere.
So we'll fly over Jason and there's Lowe's again, the Lowe's headquarters. We're a little lower now, so
Are we like?
we're about, well, we're just under 2,000 feet on the ground. We got to be careful though, because there's that big tower I talked about earlier.
Yep.
We would hit it if we flew into it.
Oh, shoot. So that tower's over 2,000 feet tall?
Yes. It's about 2,000 feet tall, which is about the highest ones you see normally.
Okay. What would that do to the airplane?
I don't think it would be pretty. I don't know.
Do you think the airplane would take it down, or it would?
Oh, I think it'd do a little bit of both. I think we both go down.
Yeah.
Hey, where is,
Evans House is coming up on here.
I'm looking. Actually, we're flying right toward it, yeah.
Had a small fire right in front of us?
Say that again?
Are they burning ditches, or?
Yeah, it looks like just trash or something, yeah. And Jason is going to be right down there somewhere. He's near that tower. You see the church just on the other side of the tower?
Yep.
I think that's, you see it, Kurt?
Yeah,
at the base of the tower.
Yep.
He's like right in that corner, I think. And then Kevin's house. We're heading straight
Yeah,
for it.
we're right over Kevin's.
I think it's, I think, gotta watch my altitude. It's still in front of us a little ways, but we're heading right for it. Probably could see the Earnhardt property first if you were looking. You know what you're looking for.
By DEI? So that is a 2,000-foot tower then, right?
Yes, it is, from the ground.
Oh.
I will turn. Kevin's house is going to be down to our right. I don't know if we'll see it or not, but I'm going to.
There it is, right there.
You see it?
Yep. There's this.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, right there.
The camera will get it. I'd blow the horn if I had one.
Truck's in the driveway. Garage doors are shut.
All right, well, we're halfway around the airport now. We might as well fly around and land on the other side. Here's the Mooresville drag strip.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, can you see it?
Yep.
It's an 8-mile drag strip if you're into cars at all.
Yes, sir.
Everybody around here knows it, but not really too much into drag racing, but I know where it is.
Always good to know where things are. Is it going to be cooler up here than it is on the ground?
A little bit, yeah. The higher you go, the normally it gets cooler.
Yep.
Not always, but again, without any windows, you don't get a lot of air. So
Yep.
this time of year, it's still hot. It's just miserably hot.
When's the best time to fly?
Fall is probably best overall.
Okay.
Spring, you get more thunderstorms. Fall, you can get hurricanes, but that's not like every day or anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to fly off this side. That way, when we land, we'll be able to go over the speedway.
Sweet.
Now, if you look way out there, you can see downtown Charlotte. You see right at the horizon?
Yeah, no, I see
Just in front of the wing a little bit?
Yep.
A plane ahead of us, but we're going to go behind him. He's going that way. I can see him on the display, but I don't see him. He's going into Concord, though. So the airport is, if you look over the left, see the water?
Yep.
The very left tip of the water?
Oh, yeah.
Straight above it is a runway. So
Yeah,
that's,
I
we
see
took off coming this way.
Yeah, I see it right there.
So we're going to fly around and land from the other direction, but that's where we started.
Perfect.
I'll fly over Kannapolis. It's kind of pretty over here.
Yep. Is it college up here?
It's actually it's kind of a research park.
Okay.
There's a regional baseball team. This used to be a giant textile mill, and about 20 years ago they went bankrupt and closed, and a medical group came in and built this research campus. Yeah. My son and I came over here and flew around and watched the fireworks on July 4th.
Oh.
We were a little early, so we didn't see the big ones, but it was still kind of cool. I think next year that's what we're going to do.
That's a big baseball field.
It is, yeah. It's a pretty big field. It's a minor league baseball team.
Okay.
The Kannapolis something, or I don't even know what they're called. But
that whole lot right there was Cannon Mills at one time?
This whole bigger, that's a high school.
Okay.
The football field is a high school, believe it or not. It kind of looks like a college, but looks like a small college.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just telling him it is a high school.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a college with the baseball and the football field so close together.
That's a nice facility.
Yeah. All right, there's another big tower out here somewhere. I'll make sure we're not going close to that. We're not there yet, but
It's right.
do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
I see it now. Yep. Don't let us hit it.
I won't.
What
road is this?
I'm sorry?
What road is this parallel with us?
This is Highway 29.
Oh, okay.
So this is I-85 we're getting ready to cross.
Okay.
So we're on 29 going towards Kannapolis and I can't think of the next town. But yeah. So that's Highway 29. The old shopping mall and hospital are right on the other side of I-85. I'm going to go around the far side of that tower, and then we'll head in towards the airport.
Perfect.
All right, got plenty of fuel. Everything looks good. Yep.
So, what makes like a plane certified to do acrobatics?
I'm sorry, I'm still having trouble. What
What makes a plane certified to do acrobatics?
type of plane?
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain Cessnas that are certified. There's lots of small planes made specifically.
What makes them certified?
The structure, they're actually stronger. They're made to be able to withstand those G-forces.
Okay.
Like where this plane can do it here and there, those planes are designed to be able to do it,
All the time.
so they're just stronger.
Yep.
And if they spend extended time upside down, like a military aircraft, the oil and fuel system has to be designed to work
Upside down. Okay.
Because if all your oil falls out of the top of the engine, you're not going to run very long.
Yeah.
So. And Kirk, Highway 29 is still off the right side. See that big curve? That's where, like, Ben Minette Chevrolet is, if you know where that is.
Oh, okay.
That's where your painter friend used to work that you introduced me to a long time ago.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he painted part of my Corvette.
Lima Concord, report over to Speedway right base, runway 2. Alpha 8 and Golf is closed. Taxiway Foxtrot is closed. No pattern work during taxiway closures. Attention all aircraft. 5G NOTAM in effect for Concord Airport. Bias on initial contact. You have information. Whiskey. Concord Regional Tower information. Whiskey. Time 1650 Zulu. Wind 050 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky conditions overcast 8,000. Temperature 27. Dew point 18. Altimeter 2992. Expect runway 2 visual approach. Taxiway Alpha between Alpha 8 and Golf is closed. Taxiway Foxtrot is closed. No pattern work during taxiway closures. Attention all aircraft. 5G NOTAM in effect for Concord Airport. Bias on initial contact. You have information. Whiskey.
Whiskey. All right, well, I'm going to call them, let them know we're coming. Concord Tower, Bonanza 8539 Mike is about 8 miles to the east with Whiskey. I'm down for full stop.
Bonanza 8539 Mike Concord, report over to Speedway right base.
Report over the Speedway right base, 39 Mike. My radios are all screwed up today.
Track 612, clear yourself. Clear track 612 off the ramp. Off the ramp, track 612. Cessna 8410 Lima Concord.
All right, so you see the Speedway in front of us?
10 Lima. You guys making a 360 out there?
He wants me to call him.
Yeah, we have some traffic we were looking for. We didn't get him in sight, so we were just going to do a 360 and recall you.
Roger. You're going to be following a Bonanza now when you get into the base. You'll be at your 12 o'clock in about 2.5, 3 miles.
Roger that. We'll keep a lookout for that traffic and report back.
So I got to get down to the right altitude. Right, we gotta slow down. Right, sorry. Landing gear speed's good.
Tower 86 Romeo 1 Delta.
Cars on the Speedway.
Right, 86 Romeo off the ramp.
Gears down.
Good ramp, 86 Romeo, good dude.
See the car on the Speedway? It's going around to NASCAR 1. Hey, you may or may not see it.
I see both the cars.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there are two. Oh, there's several cars down there. Your grandpa was down there last Saturday.
Really? They hold NASCAR.
Concord Tower, crew track 409er, reporting midfield right downwind.
Crew track 409, you're following Bonanza over to Speedway. Let me know when you see him.
Roger, we'll be looking for that Bonanza and then following crew track 409er.
Bonanza 39er, Mike, runway 2, clear to land.
Runway 2 clear to land, and we are right over the Speedway, 3 Mike.
Circle set.
So I told him we were right over the Speedway, so the other plane could hopefully find us. There's another plane over here
Okay.
that's going to be kind of coming at a 90-degree angle.
Traffic inside for crew track 409er.
So there's a
Crew track 409, number 2,
Great Wolf
runway 2,
Lodge
clear to land.
right down.
Runway
See
2
that
clear
red
to
roof?
land,
I
crew
don't know
track
if you've ever
409er.
been to one, but that's our local Great Wolf Lodge.
I see that other
Yep.
right above our wing.
I can't see him, but he's that's fine.
Right in front of our wing.
Okay. As long as it doesn't look like he's hitting us.
Oh no, he's definitely not.
All right, so flaps coming down. Pretty far away. That's fine, he's fine. All right, full rich, full prop. I think the camera might be working, I don't know. All right, full rich, full prop, gears down, confirm down. So see those 4 white lights?
Yep.
They tell us we're a little high. So as I get lower, see how one of them's turning red? A perfect approach means 2 of those is red and 2 of those is white. They don't have to be that way, but that's sort of a visual guide to let you know. So.
Concord Tower, April 10 Lima. We never got the Bonanza, but we got that traffic turning base insight.
Bonanza 8410 Lima, you're following an Archer now in a mile final. Runway 2, clear to land.
Oh, we floated halfway down the runway. But it was smooth, that's the important thing.
Bonanza 39er, Mike, left at Delta Fable Alpha the ramp.
Delta out to the ramp, here, I'm Mike. I was a little faster than I like to be because I was looking for that traffic. So we had more airspeed. So more speed you can bleed off before you land, the better. We'll crack this door just so we can get a breeze, and it'll... Did we cover everything, Kurt? I was talking about trim earlier. Trim, like when I was landing, you put the landing gear down and you put the flaps down. All of a sudden, the plane wants to fall into the ground. So this wheel right here, see that? As I roll that up and down, that's what bends those little tabs on the back. So as we were landing, I was trimming the plane up because that helped. If not, I'm like pull. I'm pulling on the plane. So basically, it's a way to preload the controls.
Concord 1740 Charlie, Concord right down, correction left downwind, runway 2.
Are any of these acrobats?
Left downwind, runway 2, 140 Charlie.
Clear track 409.
You know, I don't know. Probably not. See all these red, white, blue ones that say ATP on the back?
Yep.
That's a flight school.
Okay.
So they really are focused more on career aviation, not not acrobatics.
Okay.
But I
Do
bet
acrobatic planes take right along?
some do. Yep.
That must be...
I've never done it. I want to.
Concord Tower, Cessna April 10
Some
Lima,
acrobatics.
confirming we've
Yeah,
been approved
that'd
to
be
land.
so scary.
Number 10 Lima, clear to land,
Yeah, I
runway
may
2.
not like it.
Number 2, thank you, April 10.
But might as well try it once.
Yes, I agree. That's what your granddad's going to fly, that biplane we saw down on the other end of the runway.
Yep.
You're going to send your granddad up in that one for a flight soon. Probably back down here now. Yeah, he's back. So that's an old military trainer aircraft.
Is that one of the ones where you gotta pull down the...
No, I think he's got an electric starter. It may not have originally had an electric starter.
Yeah.
It does now. So his great-grandfather flew one of those, right, Kurt? Yep, your great-grandfather flew one of those. Probably what he learned to fly in.